all of today's latest news regarding Liverpool Football Club. Let's start with Giovanni Leone. So obviously we know that he's made his way to Liverpool today in order to complete his medical. The deal was confirmed between the two clubs last night basically, but today we're just waiting for that official announcement. Alex Crook said, I spoke to someone who's worked closely with Leone at Parma. He thinks he can go on and become as good as Virgil van Dijk. That's really good that this player is looking at the best centre-back in the world, basically, and saying, I could be as good as him. I like the confidence. I love it. Apparently, Manchester United and Newcastle come in quite late for the player, and he turned them both down to join Liverpool. I love it. Chelsea and its players will donate a share of 15.5 million Club World Cup bonus, roughly 500k per player, to the families of Diogo Jota and Andre Silva. Obviously, they passed away, and I think that's a really nice touch. Well done, Chelsea and your players. Alexander Isak is on strike, and his stance will not change as long as the transfer window is open. According to Alex Crook, speaking about Liverpool and Alexander Isak, they're waiting for the nod from Newcastle, who have got a replacement lined up, and therefore they're coming with a fresh bid. Basically, when Newcastle get Wissa, Liverpool are going to come in with a bid. Watch this space. Eddie Howe has spoken on Isak, and he has said that basically, for me, he's the best striker in the world, or he said at least one of them. And there has been that sort of acceptance that this is the squad now. You've got to make the best out of it. So Eddie Howe basically saying in that interview, because I've watched it, that he's under the belief, even though he doesn't like it, that the team that he's got now going into next season is without Isak. And if we're going off the other reports, Isak is refusing to join Newcastle team training again. He's not going to be available for the first team, for the first game of the season. And even for the game against us, apparently Isak is having none of it. He doesn't want to be there. And according to Craig Hope, one scenario that was not on the table a few weeks ago is that Newcastle sell Isak without having signed two strikers. Basically, we was led to believe that Newcastle wanted two strikers to come in, and then once they got them, then they would open the door to Isak, obviously, and his move to Liverpool. However, what we're seeing now is that Newcastle might just get the one, and then might struggle through to the January transfer window and see what happens for them there. So, guys, seriously, we're edging closer every day now. Arne Slot, when asked about Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak, said, I see Hugo mainly as a number 9 that could also play from the left or together with a number 9. We need to have one more attacker at least. So basically, it's very interesting. I think Slot is saying if we got Isak to play as striker, Hugo Ekitike may play off the left with him. Let me know what you think of that in the comment section, guys. Slot has also said that Joe Gomez could be fit enough to make the bench tomorrow against Bournemouth, but it's very unlikely that he would feature because he's not had a pre-season really, has he, because of his injury. And Lewis Steele has also been quoted as saying, although Federico Chiesa is expected to return to